The contracts registry helps you document any contract between the syndicate and the suppliers under different categories and keep a digital copy of your contracts all in one place. To document the contracts, simply go in the Registries menu under the Contracts tab. You can document two types of contracts, annual and one-off. So contracts for specific services or with a limited time. The first thing you should do, especially if you're a management company, is to configure the categories for which an annual contract is applicable. By not doing so, once you activate the notifications for the contracts registry, you will receive several alerts for missing contracts in categories in which it doesn't really apply. So to determine which categories have annual contracts from the beginning, it will save you many headaches. To do so, go under the Configuration tab, and from there, all you have to do is deactivate the categories where annual contracts don't apply. Also, if certain contracts should be classified in categories that are not included in that list, you have the possibility to create the missing categories by going under Actions and select Add a Contract Category. From there, you will be required to name it and you'll be able to use it for annual and one-off contracts. Now, to document a contract, simply go under Actions and select the type of contract you want to document. In the pop-up, you'll need to select two things, the supplier and the contract category. If the supplier is not in the drop-down menu, you can add them by clicking on Add New Supplier, and then in the new window, you will be able to enter the information for the supplier. Once it is done, you can come back to this window, refresh the list, and the supplier should be selectable. For an annual contract, the following information can be documented. If it's a contract with automatic renewal, in such cases, you will also be required to indicate the number of days you have to notify the supplier that you won't renew the contract. You have to document the contract's number, a brief description, the start and end date of said contract, and the cost of the contract with and without the taxes and fees. If the contract includes employees on site, you can add them in here as well as mark their schedule. A digital copy of the contract can be added, and that copy will also go in the document library and will be available for all co-owners to consult unless you choose otherwise manually in the library itself. Once the informations are entered, press Save, and the contract will be documented. For a one-off contract, the information are basically the same with a few exceptions. First, you must name your contract, and the rest of the information is basically the same as with an annual contract. So the contract number, a brief description, the grant date, and the cost before and after fees, and the information can vary depending on the type of contract that you're documenting. And then you can also add the digital copy of that document in here, which will go in the document library as well. Supplier contracts are an important thing to document in the context of a syndicate of co-ownership, and being able to regroup all the information in one place will not only facilitate the transmission of information to the next administrators, but also promote a more transparent management of the property.